Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this is part 2 of Orsolya Gall. Alright, so in part 2, we have a little bit more information. I have the street number address of 7224 Juno Street, Forest Hills, Queens, New York, zip code 11375. So now that I have the actual street address, we're just going to zero in on the address. So Holy Angels, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors, gather around. We're going up the street to zip code 11375. Street address 7224. Ooh, we have some flippers. Y'all are not playing this morning. All right. All right. I usually like to start with 4, but we're going to go ahead and start with the 6. And if too many come out, I take the top and the bottom. And if the cards fall to the floor, I only take the ones that fall face down. So since we had the majority of them jump out in the beginning, let's start reading them. All right. The first card to come out is the 9 of Coins. Like somebody making sure their cupboards and everything gets stocked up. Let's have a look at it. Like I said, well, we are in the actual, we're at the street address. And we are here on the date of April the 16th. Early morning, April the 15th as well. All right. What I'm seeing here is like in between the rooms. Like I think this is like the kitchen. And then there's like another room. Like you can go through the door and get to another room. So I think this may be the location in the house. Because there are some broken dishes right here. All right. Okay, so we are in between the kitchen. And this could be like a little table. You know how when you first come in, there's a table where you put your keys and stuff at? I think that's the table right there. All right, so we are in between the kitchen and the entry room. All right, next card up is the Lover's card. Knowing what we know now, that's not surprising. All right. Wow, this is really Pacific Spirit. They're showing me this gun on the bed with the lovers. You see, they're on the bed and the gun is right there. And if you can look closely, the gun is actually cocked. So this is like a way of saying like the affair was dangerous, or the lovers doing what they were doing were dangerous. You know, they're sleeping next to a loaded cocked gun, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, that's dangerous. So she was having a dangerous affair, unfortunately. Up next is the Devil card. Let's have a look. This usually denotes some type of captivity or drug use or gambling or something. But let's have a look. All right. Boots. That's what they're looking at on this card. See how his boots are like, don't they look kind of out of place? Those gray boots, almost like they're too big for his feet or something. What kind of boots are those? So maybe this is what the killer was wearing on his feet. Because this card is about these gray boots here. All right, we're going to clarify. No worries. All right, up next is the Emperor. This is the energy of the husband. Like the kids are clinging to him, and he's trying to defend the children, but the house behind him is just going up in flames. It's like, you know how you can't see the forest for the trees, or you ever been like talking about somebody and then they're right behind you? So it's like the what you should have been concerned with, you wasn't aware of what was going on right there, right behind you. Or you can kind of see like it's behind his back. But this is the husband. Behind his back, things are just going to the dogs. They're just going down. All right. Up next is the Chariot card. Out of all the things on this card, what I'm looking at is that guy right there. He's wearing a red baseball cap. And he has a beard. Right there. Red baseball cap with a beard. And he is making moves. This is a Chariot card. It means movement, direction. But I more or less, I will tell you what the card means, but I like to look at the actual card. So here I'm seeing someone with a beard and a red baseball cap. All right. So far we have gray boots, a red hat, and a beard for characteristics of the perpetrator. All right. And last card that came out in the very beginning was the Two of Swords. This card came out in the first reading. The Two of Swords, when it was like the mixed direction with the person pointing down at themselves and also away. And so this is misdirection. I think, because I'm going to ask about that text message too that said your whole family is next. That was very ominous. All right, so let's go back to the very first card. We're going to clarify this one to where we have a bit of a struggle in between the kitchen and the front room. All right, so spirits, I'm going to clarify the 9 of coins right now for Orsolya Gall. We are actually at the house of 7224 Juno Street in Forest Hills, Queens, New York, zip code 11375. We are between the hours of 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. You're showing me a bit of a struggle here in the beginning. Can you tell me? Oh, they are flipping. All right. The one that came out, or the one that flipped, is this. The Six of Wands. I know they said that, there was like a hidden key somebody could have used. There's something about this shrubbery here. Shrubbery. I hope I'm saying that right. You see this little reef here? People usually have reefs like this on their doors or, around the outside of their house. So I'm not saying that's where the key was, but we're trying to figure out how the altercation began in the kitchen in the front room, and they're showing me this little reef thing. I actually have one of these on my front door right now for springtime. Perhaps the key was hidden inside of this reef thing. Let's ask about it. Spirit, why are you showing me a door reef concerning the altercation of Orsolya Gall on the morning of April 16th? Why are you showing me a house reef here? Oh, I've seen it. All right. The King of Cups. They just showed me that he entered through the front door. And his cup is, you know, a lot of times until the cups be full or empty, you can tell if there's something in the cup or not. Like sometimes the cup even have a lid on it. But this cup is empty. There's nothing in there. He was coming to get his cup filled. All right, thank you, Spirit. Let's move over to the dangerous affair where the gun is actually in the bed, denoting a dangerous connection. All right, Spirit. I want to ask now about the gun in the bed with the lovers. Now, I know this is not an actual gun in the bed. It's just showing that it's a dangerous affair. Can you tell me about when this dangerous affair took place? All right, I'm going to get another one, too, because that one just kind of came. Damn it. Now we got a pair, though. This flipped out when I'm asking about the dangerous affair. Now we have his counterpart. See, we just talked about the King of Cups right here. The very next card that came out where I'm trying to clarify this situation is the Queen of Cups. Now, his cup is empty. Look, her cup is full, and it has a top on it. That's why he was there. He wanted what was in. He wanted her to fill his cup. I was trying to ask when it began, but by these two showing up in a pair right here, it was some serious chemistry between her and this person. Like fire chemistry these two had. I was trying to ask when the affair began, though. Yeah, it definitely was these two. His cup was empty. Her cup was full with a top on it. He ain't like that. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's move over. Let's dig into the husband's energy for a moment. Like, you know, right behind his back, things were going to disaster. Let's see if he knew. And let's ask about his energy. All right. And to do that, I'm wanting to use I'm going to use the Tarot and Wonderland deck. All right, Spirit. Now I'm understanding that the husband was away at Connecticut. Well, was away in Connecticut during the time of this murder that happened on April the 16th, early morning hours. We actually have our time of death at 12:43. I don't know how they got that time of death, but that's what it is. Now, it's showing me the husband looking forward, trying to protect the home front while the home front is on fire. All right. I was about to ask you to tell me his energy. The King of Pentacles came out. See, this is a whole different type of king. This King of Cups right here is all about the love and the passion. The husband is showing up as the King of Pentacles. You know, he's trying to maintain his home. But he's also sitting at this table by himself. So that to me is a sign that he knew that she had withdrew. Because it's actually an empty chair right here. It's an empty chair. So this card is giving me the energy of he was aware of her emotional and probably physical absence. All right, but this is still not showing up as a malicious person. I'm thinking like if he had a lot to do with this, his energy wouldn't be showing up as the King of Pentacles. His energy would be showing up as like this devil over here. And while we're speaking of the devil, let's clarify him. All right, so scoot these ones over. And to do that, we're going to use the spider deck. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for showing me the husband's energy. Now I'm going to ask you about this devil energy. The devil in boots, particularly these big, gray, clunky looking boots. What can you tell me about him on the date of April the 16th of 2022 inside the home of 7224? Let's put the time at 2 a.m. At this point, Orsolya has been murdered. The killer is still in the house. Uh-oh, this one flipped out. Or flipped over. Orsolya was still in the house. They're in the basement. What can you tell me about this devil in the basement wearing boots? What was his energy? Oh, all right. Got 2 flippers. Okay, the first one that flipped out for what he was doing down in the basement with the boots on, garden health. See, he's I think this is a sign that he did cut himself. Because this is just him, his energy alone. So it's a really good chance they are going to find blood in the basement, that's his. Because he did indeed cut himself. And also his energy was complete. He felt satisfied. This is actually a positive card because it has two triangles at the top. He felt satisfied with himself for what he had done. All right. Let's do the baseball cap and the beard. And to do that, I'm going to use the Hermetic deck. All right, Spirit, thank you for showing me the killer had harmed himself. I want to ask you now about the man in the baseball cap with the beard. What does the man in the baseball cap with the beard have to do with Orsolya Gall? Clarify the man in the baseball cap. What does he have to do with Orsolya Gall on the morning of April the 16th at the street address of 7224 Juno Street in Forest Hills, Queen, New York, 11375. Orsolya Gall is there. He has been murdered. What does this man in the baseball cap? All right. Now this is quite a bit. So I'm going to take the top and the bottom. Alright. Okay, so the man in the baseball cap with this 6 of Pentacles. These 2 cards together, and this is the 5 of Cups too, that came out on the man in the baseball cap with the beard. This is a past lover. This could be the one that she was waiting for, maybe at the bar or something like that. But this is I don't know what the man in the baseball cap with the beard has to do with what happened then, but this is a someone from her past. Like, a lot of these flowers have already bloomed and the petals are falling off of them. Like this one right here. It's like another one right here. Like these are they're showing flowers, but a lot of these flowers have already bloomed and the petals have fell off. And all like I said about these cups, sometimes they're filled and sometimes they're empty. These cups are black and they're empty. Like, you know, they're no good anymore. They've gone bad. See? And also the bottom of the card says the Lord of Lost Pleasure. Lord of Loss and Pleasure. Yeah, so he was somebody from her past. Maybe this is somebody she was trying to get in touch with or somehow. Alright. And this is the misdirection card. I clarified this card in the first reading. Okay, so I have one question. And my one question is, who sent that text message that says your whole family is next? The only question I have. That's probably how they're going to crack this case. And do that, we're going to use the movie tarot because it's all people cards. It's the court cards and the major arcana, but every card is a person with a unique personality. So Spirit, you can move away from the address of 7224 Juno Street You can move away from the zip code of 11375. Take me to a text message that was sent that said your whole family is next. Dang it. You waste no time. Let's see what it says. Oh. This is a man, a young man. Who is this? I'm gonna actually look in the book because I'm not familiar with this character. But that's a young man. Alright. Let's see who this is. Okay, so this is somebody called Numi Rapaz and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So if anybody's familiar with the movie The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, tell me who this Numi guy is in the comments. But this is the energy of the person who sent the text message. Alright, we're going to leave it there. Again, I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because who knows what's going to happen next.